Assassins. Got a full moon back there. Look at that, look at that, look at that full moon. Here with Scotty K. Right there, we're gonna go try to slay him on the beach. It's the middle of October. Let's go get him. So we got out there a couple hours before the incoming tide to see if anything was hitting. I'm throwing a Wonder Bread 1.5 ounce thinback shad and see what happens here.
There we go, fish on, baby.
So this one hit right on the other side of the second breaker, so it was important to get out there. Usually this time of the year they're up front in the curls, but today they seem to be out a little farther.
See if he's got any size to him. Small one. There we go. Nice, huh?
So this was actually interesting. A guy I was fishing next to got one on a Point Jude tin. So I took the green tube off of the Ava, and sure enough, first cast. I'm using a Van Staal VS 100.
Yeah, get the gas.
Spooled with 30-pound J braid and a Mojo surf stick. It's fantastic for this kind of fishing, very light setup.
Yeah, baby. Action off the jetty here. A lot of boats, birds working. See if we can't go out there and smack a couple. Let's go get them.
So there was a bit of a lull in the fishing for at least an hour, hour and a half. Well, the tide changed. We stepped out onto the jetty and seemed to be into a bunch of fish. There was a lot of boats there, a lot of birds working, and they were feeding on eels. I was using the runoff lures, eel imitation, which matched the hatch almost perfectly with the profile, and we had a good day.
There we go, fish on.
One of the challenges with fishing a jetty is that people want to cast over you when you have a fish on, and even when you don't, you have to be very cognizant of everything around you. And also, when I'm fishing down in this part of the jetty, the fish always wants to run around to the front, so you really have to lay into the fish and bear down on them. Don't let them take an inch, and just do your best not to injure them over the rocks.
keeper. Oh shit. You're gonna flip him? Woo! Easy. There you go, buddy. Yeah, there's the keeper of the day.
So I was keeping the retrieve moderately fast. I wanted to keep the bait sort of in the middle, so it was kind of the slowest eel in the pack, if you will. Not too fast, not too slow, just enough so they can catch it.
There we go. Gotta horse these fuckers in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey now. This guy doesn't want to commit. He's got me in the rocks. Surf. Come to pops. I caught the same one again.
So after the tide started running pretty good, both sides started to open up with fish.
Yeah.
As you can see, Scotty K on the other side getting a couple. Another challenge on the jetty is boats coming in too close and wrapping your line around their prop. And I got spooled last week from a boat coming in too close as I was freelining a bunker, which probably wasn't the greatest idea on the planet. But we really have to watch them, you know. Got to be careful, they come real close too.
Who's this over me?
So there was a lot of action to be had if you can get out there a little bit. They weren't close. They were pretty much at the end of the cast, maybe 100 yards out. That's where all the action was. And if you were matching the hatch, you know, you had either an Ava on or a runoff or some type of slender profile lure. You were getting fish up on the rocks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you out there on the edge.